Driving a car like this is an in-your-face experience. If it's raining or hailing or snowing or they're painting stripes down the road or whatever, it's all in your face. And even, there is a top for it actually, and even if you put it up, there's no side curtains. So you get completely wet. It's a real environmental experience driving this car. There are so many great women that have been involved in cars, not only the ones that you read about in the history books that were blazing trails back when nobody ever did it. Women are unrepresented in this field, and my motto is, women race car drivers, their spirit lives in the wind. The Alfa's a great car. It's a 1931 Alfa Romeo 6C 1750 Grand Sport Zagato. Big long name. We got it from a friend who had it in his barn. It wasn't running, and we restored it. Wonderful things that help us on our trip. For instance, I have a gas gauge. Now, that's unusual for a car this age to have a gas gauge. Here's my gas gauge. It's your typical dowel rod that's been fashioned in a fashion that lets me check the gas. I have a key, this unusual key. I basically put it in, press it in, and there's a starter button. Hit the starter button, it always starts. On the best of days, like we expect to have on this one, to sit behind the wheel and drive it is a wonderful experience. What adds a nice excitement to this car is that the gas pedal and the brake pedal are reversed. So that where you're used to having the gas and brake, it's the opposite. So you have to sort of factor that into your driving repertoire. It's just so much fun to drive. You're out in the open air, you have the sky above you, you have the wind in your face, and just motor on. It has a beautiful sound to it. It's a great drive. I mean, for years I thought I couldn't do it. I thought that it's complicated and I would get nervous. I mean, this is a straight cut gearbox. You've got to get it right. You've got to learn how to drive it. The gas and the brake are reversed. I was intimidated, and I just sort of worked my way up. And you know what? Women can do it, and they can do a great job. And it's really fun to just get in it and do it. The roads were very, very rough. And so, of course, when you're driving in, it's like, and constantly turning, and some of the hairpin turns we got into. I mean, I'm going over these mountain roads and in first and second gear, that car is a handful. It was a great, great run. I loved it. We knew it'd be fun, but it was a lot more fun than I thought. And it's nice, you know, there were so many women on this run. Mm-hmm. Some of them drove, some of them didn't drive, but they're very supportive of the men that do it. And so we were kind of racing for the women.